What's going on, YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for episode 21. Found some time to sit down, kind of get a video going, and put something together and see what we can come up with. So, I don't have really anything in particular to build, in a sense, in this particular episode. So, what I thought we could do is come over here and kind of complete a little bit of this that we started. So, in the last episode, you guys kind of saw all of this come together and start expanding out in this way and whatnot. I'd like to put the whole build together, at least zone everything, and kind of do a little bit more with the park and whatnot. And then just fully complete it. Figure out how it's going to expand from here out this way. Is there going to be a main road or what we're going to do? And then after that, hopefully in the next couple of episodes, I'd like to come back over here, do a little bit of terraforming and whatnot. And I did mention that I wanted to put in an ore industry as well. Kind of like this over here too, just something small and compact to go around all of this right here, and kind of go from there. So let's give it a go and see what comes of it. So 5.3 million in the bank, about 39,000 coming in per week, 49,500 in population and growing. Super small demand for residential, small demand for commercial, as well as industrial. And that's where we're at. A few problems in the city, nothing too alarming. This happens all the time. Once you zone as much as we did over here, as you can see, not it's not happening in the rest of the city. So that's something you can expect as soon as you zone a large area. Is these not enough educated citizens. Or workers, I should say. They're citizens too. Our park's at level 2. I believe we took care of that last time. Let's take a quick look and see what's going on there. This is this park. So yeah, we did. We put in no, we didn't put in a park chessboard, did we? We did not. And what is this? Park restrooms. We have those. So park chessboard and the park pier 1 and 2 is what we have. So chessboard, I guess. Let's put in one of those. I'm thinking maybe somewhere right there, because it's gonna have power. We'll put another one, kind of like right in there. I think that should be good for now. And you know what I'm thinking? As opposed to kind of gating or fencing the park off, why don't we do that with trees? All right, so we'll use these trees. We'll go, come on. And we'll do something like this, right? Just come all the way around. Doesn't have to be in any particular order, just as long as you kind of sort of have your spacing in order, I guess. There we go, something like that. Maybe do a little bit of a cluster right there, and then continue on down this way. There we go, a couple of trees right here. Couple right in there, and then we can do the same exact thing, kind of coming around this way, and a tree or two there. There we go, something like that. I think that that looks pretty nice. To keep the tree line going, we can use a couple of these right here. And that looks better to me already. Now, obviously, once we kind of fill everything in, we'll come through and add a few more trees just so it doesn't look like a blank too blank of a spot in the middle, right? We are having that commercial demand come through, so let's come down here, kind of see what we have. So we're going with a high density commercial feel over here. I'd like to continue that, but only for 4 tiles. So just like so, and just like so. And then down here, we're gonna do low density. Actually, I'm gonna make a pathway right there for no good reason. Oh, sorry, fella, you're gonna have to go. And we'll do it over here on the corner as well, just because it looks a little bit nicer. And if you're one of those people that just really likes to detail your city, something like this works. It's quite appealing in a sense as well. To me, at the very least. You know, we're all a little bit different, so you may not like it, and I may think that it's the best thing in the world, so. There we go, something like that, just for that side there, and because we're there, let's come out there as well. So. I kind of got to be careful with zoning over here because I haven't yet figured out exactly how I'm going to connect all this right here. I do want an entrance and an exit, an on-ramp, off-ramp, kind of maybe going that way, maybe even potentially coming out this way alongside the river. Who knows? We'll see. Obviously, now that we have zoned a bunch of commercial, we're going to get that demand for residential, and I'd like to... Let's get rid of that. Let's fill this and this and this in first. Over here, let's come through and just something like so, because I'm sure you guys saw those the zonable blocks that we have there. I'm not gonna zone them, just for a little bit of greenery in a sense, and kind of like right that. Get rid of that. There we go, something like that should be nice. We could even continue the tree line here. So if we go with a small brush, just plop some of that right around there, just to try and bring everything in together and visually. See how it looks a little bit better already? Now just wait until everything's zoned in, and we'll be good to go. Maybe over here we don't zone any homes. We just put in some foliage, just like so. And there we go, something like that. It'll look way more interesting once we zone more stuff there. Over here, I think we can easily get away with some more commercial. And over here, we'll leave it for now. Maybe some low density residential, but let's let the commercial come in first, then we'll see what it looks like. But all in all, this area over here is coming together nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 3-speed just to speed everything up a little bit. Get rid of that. These guys are probably gonna get abandoned as well. Which actually, let's revisit our schools. I think we did in the last episode. Elementary is good, high school is good, and we have coverage for both over here in this area. And then university wise, we have plenty of capacity. Speaking of university, our trade school went down to 1 star. Why don't we look into that real quick? The trade school students, we're hurting on students here. And we're losing them. I know I put in a regular university right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it off and see if that doesn't help us bring all these students in here. And what in the world is going on with all of this traffic? It's getting quite busy. What kind of... Let's see, a lot of these cars... Holy smokes, they're all coming out this way. Okay, this has to be a mass transit solution. So metro-wise, we have nothing coming out to these areas that I can see. We have a line here that we can connect. So why don't we do that? We'll put in a metro station. Where is that one connection? Right up there. All right, so we'll go there. And we're going to want one over here too, simply because this is all high density commercial. Actually, no, I don't want it right there. What if we kind of hide it a little bit right there? Let's connect this. I'm going to get rid of that. Let's go underground. Something like that should work. And let's see how we can go about connecting to that side over there. So, not a big fan of that curve. What if... Perfect. There we go. Just like so. Now we're going to make a metro line coming from here. That's going to stop here. It is also going to stop there. It's going to come back through here. And right there. That's going to complete that line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 total stops, I believe. And the idea behind that is going to be for some of these folks to take some of these metro connections and stops out that way. And you know what? We have this right here that we could easily connect to this side, which will make it a little bit quicker. And money-wise, we can afford it. So let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna go through and hook up right there. Now this is going to be a simple line. It's just going to go from point A to point B. Point A there, point B here. There we go. And that'll make it even easier for the folks from this side to come over here to this side. All right, so you guys saw the amount of traffic there. We're going to revisit that at the end of the episode. Hopefully I don't forget. And see if that that didn't help any. And then if it didn't, we'll figure something else out. But we gotta let the game do its thing. And I think that's the right way of going about it. Or at least a shot to fix it. So the commercial demand is definitely going up. I do understand also that since we have added all of this commercial right here, that we're going to get some freight trucks wanting to come over here and deliver some goods, which is why I have this highway right over here for easier in and out from this part of the city, because as you guys can see, there's a lot of commercial vehicles and trucks and whatnot going down this way, which is a big chunk of that traffic that we were seeing as well. Yeah, we'll leave that be. We'll come back to it, and we'll kind of see what happens there. Coming out this way, I know if I keep this highway here, that I'd like some offices and whatnot, kind of like going out this way. Perhaps even on this side too. Why don't we start small? We have the demand, or a little bit of demand, for offices. So let's put in a couple of side streets just coming out this way. Nothing too fancy. And we'll just zone all of that there. Put 2 commercial buildings there. And we'll see how this grows. Obviously, the city is growing. I said, let's see, I kind of forgot. Yeah, 70,000 when we buy these additional 2 tiles over here, so we can get to work on the highway connection, make everything look nice before we fully expand out this way. So 70,000, I mean, we need 19,500 more people to come in. So that's a challenge in itself. We can easily do it if we zone just high density or residential. But I don't think I just want to mass zone and then dezone everything. I'd like to try and prevent that if possible. But that is a trick if you're just trying to achieve a milestone. Just zone only high density residential, and that'll get you to the milestones that you want to, and then you can just simply dezone and your milestone leaves or stays unlocked in a sense. So let's see, do we have lights here? We don't. Traffic's not really bad there. It hasn't really improved much over here. I know it's not the end of the episode. I'm just kind of low-key keeping an eye on it to see if it's doing anything, because traffic is something I don't like. We're 84. We're not terrible, but this right here is pretty red, just for fun. There's a post office truck. That's another post office truck. Where are you going, fella? Community pool. Turning to depot. Another post office. There is a lot of post office trucks. What is this right here? Is this another one? Post truck. That's a big cause there. Where do we have postal service? Post office. I see. So we have one here, and a couple over there. Okay. What exactly does the sorting facility do again? To make it possible. Do we have one of these? We do not. How about we bring more jobs to this area somewhere over here? Actually, you know what? I think a good spot for it would be right here. A good spot for it would be right here, but is it ideal for the traffic? I'm assuming this is going to be sending out some major trucks. And let me just double check, make sure I don't have one of these, because I could have sworn that I placed one. But then again, I could be just misremembering. So, all right, let's create a one way in and a one way out for these trucks. So we'll commit to it being right here. Let's come out. We'll take our one way street with trees. Okay. We'll reserve all of that right there for the post office. Or the, not the post office, the sorting facility, post sorting facility. So we'll put that sucker there. We can get rid of that and we'll make it get out right there. Turn off the street lights. Yep, we're good to go there. I think power should transfer, but if it doesn't, let's put a plaza or something of that sort over here, if it'll fit. Perfect, one there. We'll put one kind of right there as well, and this one right there. Because post offices, they usually have some either plazas or parks or something around them, in my experience. So we'll go back and we'll grab some of these trees like so and make it like a nice little post office resort. I say resort, what am I talking about? An area or a development, if you will. So you see that makes it look a little bit nicer already. So we'll see if that doesn't help the situation. The reason I'm doing this is I'm preventing a lot of these smaller vans. Where are they? These ones. So these smaller vans, I understand they collect and return to the facility and whatnot, but I believe that they also export stuff out of state or out of the city too. So I'm thinking that they go and collect, and they're the ones doing it with much smaller capacity. So if we, for example, this one one big truck can fit, let's say, what 3 of these can. So let's say we're eliminating 2 vehicles off the road by replacing it with just one big truck. That's my logistics mind thinking there in terms of traffic. So hopefully that is the case, and we will see a little bit of a decrease in vehicles on this particular side. And the other thing that may work in our favor, and there really is no way to turn this into a 1 lane. Let me see something real quick. I mean, if we upgrade to this, okay, so this should be a turn-only lane. Kind of separate this traffic over here a little bit, get some cars into the right lane, kind of like what's going on over here, so the rest of them can go out this way if they so choose. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Can we do one more to make it look even nicer? And then to try and split this traffic a little bit more, what we could do all right, we're gonna turn. I just had to observe a little bit, see what was going on. So 2-lane highway, 2-way. So the 2-lane highway is what we need. We'll do that there, and we'll do that there. What this does right now is it gives us one dedicated turn lane over here. It also helps us utilize both lanes in a sense. If we could also turn this into one lane as well, that'll free up this middle lane to go straight only. There we go, just like that. So now when they're funneling through here, they can all go straight. You see some cars are still turning, but here they're using the dedicated turn lane. Well, most are. And that may or may not be funneling it just a little bit. Or maybe I just created a much bigger problem. I mean, it's moving. You can see it's moving, right? And now that they're splitting up over here, we can come back and upgrade that so they have more room to split up. And now we have this backup over here. We'll leave it. I'm gonna monitor it a little bit and see if anything comes of it, if it gets better or worse. We did have a pretty high surge in in population as well, which we're about to add to right now. And I'm sure this is the kind of stuff you guys are going through in your cities as well, right? Excuse me. You build an area up, and then you see that you've got a traffic issue, and you try to solve it, see what's going on with it. Turns out nothing is working. Then you gotta rework a road or two, and figure out exactly what the problem is. And it's fun. I mean, I like being a problem solver, in a sense. I like fixing things, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe we come back over here. See, I'm right back to the problem, right? Maybe we can upgrade that back to a 3-lane. Kind of free up just a little bit more. Room in a sense. Let's go back to a 3-way there as well. Free up another lane to go around. Okay, it's moving. It's not at a standstill. The tail is getting just a little bit shorter over here. There's a bunch of cars that are doing a U-turn as well over here that I noticed. Let's see if these guys do it. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? This would be a good place for an intersection. Kind of halt some of the traffic coming down this way. Break it up a little bit, hopefully. Let's see if that helps or hurts us. Traffic lights aren't all that bad. I for the most part turn them off everywhere in the city, just so most areas aren't as populated as they would need to be in order to have traffic lights per se, in my opinion. But I turn them off. I turn them off everywhere, unless it comes down to something like this, to where it could potentially be a good solution to have traffic lights hold back some of the traffic and break it all up just a little bit. But the important thing is that it's moving, right? And there's those big mail trucks. Did we drop? We did drop. We dropped from 84 to 78. So again, we'll see what that ends up looking like. And now we're having garbage issues as well. Beautiful. Because we're low on garbage collection. So let's see, instead of doing that, why don't we go... put in another waste. Actually, no, these ones, we could easily... easily come and put one right over here to help collect all of the garbage. We're gonna need some power here as well. Turn off all snapping, and here we're gonna kind of sorta follow the road to make it look legit. And there we go, we have power. And now to kind of make that to look a little bit nicer, come through here and put a few trees in. There we go, something like that. So, problems, yes. Is there a solution to them? Absolutely. What is it? Currently unknown. I will have to figure that out in between episodes, but rest assured I will. So we'll look into that. We're over 30 minutes as it sits. I want to sit down and put an episode together for you guys. I think we did good so far. We've zoned the whole area like I wanted to. We've got some more zoning done here. Next up is going to be connecting. Well, no, we're not going to connect that until we reach 70,000. So let's say next episode we'll simply, after I look into the traffic issues, right, and see what's going on there. Let's say next episode we look into putting the ore industry right on this side. Perhaps even on both sides of the highway, because the ore industry buildings are pretty large. So we'll do that, but that's that. I mean, that's cities for you, right? Problems, and then you solve them. So we'll look into that. But as always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do, and I will see you guys on the next one. And you know what? I'm going to turn this last part into a time lapse, and I'll let it run for about 5 minutes just to see if this kind of fixes itself. So I'll see you guys in the next one.